Well, the Apprentice's Karren Brady is here. I am so looking forward to this. I love this show.
Great, yeah.
It's back, hurrah!
I know we've had great fun with. I mean, it's obviously now in its 12th year.
Is it really?
Yeah. But I think what's great about it is it's still such compelling television, and it's a brilliant series. I think it's probably perhaps my favourite series so far.
Really,
yeah.
really. What can we expect then? More of the same.
More of the same. There's a real wide diversity of candidates this year from all sorts of different backgrounds with different experiences. And part and parcel of the show is, you know, it's the best prize on television. So everybody who goes on there has a good business plan and wants the prize. And the tasks are really to see, well, if they did win the prize, could they actually run the business?
Yeah.
So each task is about negotiating, marketing, identifying a market, selling, pushing yourself and so on. And there's some great tasks this year. We've got...
I love the tasks.
Oh, I know. Honestly, the people that put them together are absolute geniuses. Tonight is about collectibles and antiques. And in reality, what you have to do is work out what's the expensive items and what's the junk.
Right.
And do you sell an item that's worth £350 for £3.50, or do you sell an item worth £7 for £175?
Gosh.
And all becomes apparent tonight.
That's great. At the start of the series, do you all sort of think to yourself, do you have somebody that you think that person could win? And do you ever get it right?
We never get it right.
Do you know what?
Never, ever, ever. And I think it's because most of the people, you know, at the beginning, because it's such chaos, because there's 18 candidates, it's such chaos. You tend to think about the ones that are really logical, really calm under pressure, take control, and you think, oh, yeah, I've got my eye on him or her. But then they tend to sort of not up the pace and don't just sort of say one pace.
Because some of them fizzle out, don't they?
Definitely.
And some big characters, it's all mouth and trousers, some of them, isn't
Definitely.
it? Blah, blah, they can talk the talk, but they can't actually do it.
They're all entrepreneurs and they all think they're the best. So, of course, you put 18 of them together and it's the sort of clash of the mighty egos.
That's true. And sometimes we've had romances. Not had a wedding yet, I don't think. I don't think you've had to buy a hat yet.
No.
But you never know. I guess because it is... I mean, I would love to see a spin-off show of them all in the house. You know, like you know.
I'm not sure you would.
Do you know? I just wonder what. I wonder what they get up to, what the dynamics are like. It'd be absolutely fascinating.
I think the truth is they don't actually get very long in the house.
No, because it's long hours, isn't it? Long hours.
I mean, literally, when it says it's 4 a.m., it really is 4 a.m.
Yeah.
And very often, you know, we're not finished during the day until 10, 11 o'clock at night, and then we're back up at 5 o'clock in the morning.
Sure.
It is relentless. But that's what business is. You know, you have to be relentless to grow a business, build a business, manage a business. So I think most of the things that they want to do in the house is sleep, if I'm honest with you.
That would be quite a dull show. It's just a lot of them sleep. No, maybe not. Maybe that wasn't one of my finest ideas, perhaps. Now, look, you're a baroness now. Do people address you as baroness? I mean, how do you feel? Because it's always Lord Sugar. You know, he has to get his title.
Yes.
Does he call you Baroness Brady?
No, and he calls me Karren and I call him Alan. Good. And I prefer Karren on the show.
Yeah.
Because otherwise then Claude would feel very left out.
Oh, but Claude should be a sir. I mean, that's got to happen,
Let's start
surely.
A campaign.
Absolutely, I think he should. Now, obviously, you're a woman that knows many things about business. You're also a woman that knows her football. And you know, I was reading your column at the weekend about Sam Allardyce. Do you think there's any way back for him? And who would you like to see during the job?
Well, I think that there's probably no way back. There's no way back for him for the England job.
No.
I think that football is a very forgiving business.
Yeah.
And when teams are losing, they'll do anything to try and put that right.
Very true, very true.
He's made a mistake. He's paid the ultimate price, and it's cost him his job. So I don't think, you know, I think he's probably very disappointed in himself, and he's probably learned a lesson in that. In terms of the England manager, I know hotly tipped is Arsene Wenger. I think he would be a fantastic selection. But whether he would leave Arsenal to go and do that job, I don't know.
Well, that's the thing. It's a bit of a poison chalice, isn't it? Do you think, you know, we see that women's football is getting a lot better?
Yes.
In many ways, it's getting a lot more attention, obviously, and a lot more money. pumped into it as well. But do you think we'll ever see the day where we've had women linesmen, that doesn't matter, a women lines person, I suppose is what you would call it. Do you think we'll ever see the day where there might be a women manager of a big team, or indeed a country like Scotland, England, Wales or Ireland?
I don't see why not.
Neither do I.
I don't think it's coming next week or next month, but I don't see why not. I mean, we live in a world where what we don't want our young girls to think is that there's stereotyped jobs for men and stereotyped jobs for women. When my mother was growing up, if she'd have said, I want to be an engineer, a scientist, a painter, a decorator, people would have fainted on the floor. Whereas now it's perfectly normal for women to hold those jobs. So I hope one day,
Yeah, and it's up to pioneering women like yourself. You know, you set the tone, and it's for other little girls to, you know, to emulate you, I guess. That's the thing.
I think the most important thing in your life is to do what makes you happy, to have a career that fulfills you. There's nothing worse. I can't imagine anything worse in life than getting to my age, I'm 47, and looking back and say, I wish I would have.
Yeah.
And you only really know how good you are until when you push yourself and you try new things, and never be afraid to do something. And I think that how happy you are in life is about being the best version of yourself, and you only really know that, as I say, when you really try something new, and you know, when things are difficult, how quickly you turn them round, and then you end up doing something you love. Because a career, doesn't it, Lorraine? It lasts a lifetime.
Yeah, it's true.
And if you end up doing something you love, it really helps.
Makes all the difference.
Makes all the difference.
It really does. Wise words, Karen. Thank you for coming in.
Lorraine.
If you'd like to see even more great guests, then click here. There are plenty more fantastic interviews to come, so make sure that you subscribe.